What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? and let me say what's up to a few folks, and I'll give you a reason why I'm laughing a little bit here. What's up, Monty, Zane, Independent Marine, Joe Morgan, NC Prepper 336. Yeah, we're not in the gas station tonight, brother. Kind of feeling good to be back at the office, the old bunker here per se. What's up, Creative Redundancy, Dr. D? Let me see. Milo on the Ready Prepper 101, Ms. Me. Did I say what's up, Independent Marine? Gary Bird, Phoenix, Sherry Leach, D14, 2A confirmed actual factual. What's up? Oh, man. Prepper Book Club, what is up, brother? Yeah, I'm not homeless anymore, man. I'm not homeless anymore. What's up, Brian Fried Wald? I think I got that right. Did I get that? Friedwald? I think that's probably better pronunciation. What's up, Northern Girl? I'll be off and on. Hey, it is what it is, man. Kit Carlson, what is up? Colleen Rich, Tooth Fairy, Wendy. Everybody's starting to roll in here. Klingon Princess, good evening. Kelly, how you doing? Why come on at the same time as AP? AP is in Angry Prepper or Alaska Prepper? Romans 12:18, what is up? If you're talking about Alaska Prepper, I think he does a Patreon or members only. I don't know. So to answer your question, Kelly, I've been going on live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday nights, probably for, I don't know, 4 months now. So that's the time slot I've chosen, and that's the time slot I kind of stick to. And then on Thursday nights, I do 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I've chosen that time slot for probably the last 4 months or so as well. So these time slots, whoever's on, it could be the biggest names in the industry. I'm still going to go on, man. I'm still going to go on. And just whoever decides to jump in and chat and hang out with Gray, that's how we're going to roll. What's up, Zane, coming in with the super chat, just starting the evening. Waves high to everyone. What is up, Za? Kelly, I got you now. Let me see here. Joni, what is up? Oh, now I'm missing stuff. D14, thanks for the super sticker. Matter of fact, you guys remind me to put that little thing that I have down here going. Yeah, Za, I don't know. Usually he does a Patreon on Tuesday nights from what he told me. And then he'll come over and hang out a bit and watch the stream. I don't know. Yeah, right, Kelly. It's Rudy's fault. So I don't know. Maybe he's doing a special live or something like that. What's up, Tooth Fairy? Oh, and I'm getting behind in chat. Oh, you got a coin. Yeah, I know. I heard. I did win the 1 ounce coin, which I was truly intrigued. I was shocked. Funny that he said that because he called me and he says, "Hey, you're gonna laugh at this." And I'm like, "What am I gonna be laughing at, Rudy?" He's like, "Guess what?" And I'm like, "What?" And then he told me, and I was like, "Oh man, everybody's gonna think it's rigged or something, man." He's like, "Man," I said, "I ran it and you won." So I thought that was kind of cool. Right on, Dr. D. Right on, Dr. D. You know, Tara Smiles, I do that. I double dip as well. Moon Sprouts, what is up? Annie Bach, what's good? Old Mutt, Cherokee Survival, good to see you, brother. Missy Maysay, GreyMan and everyone. Let me see here. So the reason I decided to do this, well, not the reason I go live every Tuesday, like I was saying, doing a Q&A with you folks tonight is because I've been getting a lot of questions in regards to some of the, like I said, the nutrient survival. I got plenty of questions on that one. True American Loretta, good to see you. Big Bear Prepper, what is up, brother? Moon Sprouts. I think I caught everybody. And Moon Sprouts, I've been watching your videos, man. I like those butterflies and stuff. You got a little cool thing going on there, man. I think that's pretty cool. I even learned a few things. G2, what is up? I got my 5 bottles of elderberry. Yes, awesome. Awesome. You know, G2, she asked me, she's like, what did you do? So she wanted my channel name and stuff like that. She's like, thank you so much. And I said, yeah, man. I said, I found you and I wanted to share it with the folks on the YouTube. And I said, she says you guys kind of bought her out of elderberry, which was kind of funny. But she got a lot more coming. And we had a conversation. We're probably going to do something more down the road as well. I love meeting these people and building relationships with them. What is up, Maverick Prepper? Yeah. That's pretty cool, Mav. I think that's pretty nice of you. Squeezy B, what is up? How's the garden? Figure I spout the question. Garden is doing great, creative. Better than I thought. Matter of fact, I'll get into that a second. What is up, Ann Palmer from Louisiana? CKOC, what is up? Dino Walters. Let me see that. Patricia Skubish. I think I got everybody. So yesterday we spent lot of hours in the garden as well. And Suburban Hillbilly, what is up? And we tilled up a whole bunch of new land, or it's not land, it's a strip of yard that we tilled up. And we decided to drop in some pumpkins, some more watermelons, and some Egyptian spinach. And the reason I chose Egyptian spinach, I'll talk about that, Ms. Me, in a second. I have the article. Not too much really happened. It's more bloated in the news media than what really happened. But Egyptian spinach along the back wall. So Egyptian spinach is a little bit different than, let's say, your Malabar spinach and some of the other spinaches out there. It's more of the marshmallow kind of family, and I don't mean like marshmallow, but you guys get what I'm saying, you gardeners out there. Because it's drought resistant, it grows in sandy soil, and there's a lot of reasons why I'm doing that. So I've kind of figured out some things. Midwest Mini Homestead, hello. Gary Lunsford. It's great to have all you folks in here, man. I feel nice to have a lot of these folks in here just because, like you said, there are some folks out there. Let me throw that banner up. Zane and D14, you are the first two folks to get into the August Super Chat and Super Sticker of the Month giveaway. That being said, this Thursday, we will pull a winner for last month's winner for, we'll pull a ticket for those folks that have participated in July's Super Chat of the Month giveaway. And we'll go through that and show the prizes and whatnot. I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to add to that, but I can't remember. Do you guys remember also I told you folks that all the tickets, I'm going to save all the tickets from the entire year. And on December 15th, I think it is, hopefully the December where my Thursday falls on, we're going to do a 1 year on YouTube giveaway, and everybody that's in that box, I'm going to do this huge, massive giveaway for everybody that's participated throughout the year and supported the channel as well. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? What's up, Charmaine? All the way from Pennsylvania. Yeah, thanks, Northern Girl, for throwing that out. A lot of folks have been asking about the Discord link. We've been getting a lot of good information and intel in that Discord. I like the way it's developing. It's like I said, it's in its infancy and it's growing. We're going to do a lot more with that as well. Joni canned 10 pints of glazed carrots today. Awesome. That's a good way to start your week. Matter of fact, dang it, Mark sent me a picture that he wanted me to share with you guys. So Mark over at Rolling Homestead was doing some canning today as well, and he ordered 100 lids off Amazon, and these lids were Chinese-made lids. And he sent me the picture, but I don't have it with me. I can show it to you if you guys really want to. But anyways, they buckled. So he was doing some water bath canning. I think that's what might be the proper term. He's more the canner than I am. I have not yet dived into that realm, which I will be this year. And they folded on themselves, and then they decided, him and his wife decided to do a double layer of the lids to see if that would solve the issue. They still buckled. So he wanted me to warn everybody to do not buy the Chinese-made canning lids on Amazon. They are worthless. Zane, I will message you. You know me, Zane. I am so bad with communication sometimes. Let me see here. But I will message you. I'll give you a call. Yeah, Mark called me. He wanted to do a 3-way call with you and talk stuff about the Discord and how to set some things up. And he wanted to help you out as well. Colleen Rich made Kahlua. That's awesome. Gary Bird coming in with the super chat. Any advice on how to talk to neighbors about being prepped or get people to get involved in neighborhood watch or without getting too much about? Yeah, no. So Gary, the way I do it, and it depends on your neighborhood and your neighbors. If you already have an established relationship with them, like, like howdy neighbor, you talk to them on it, maybe, every once in a while and stuff like that. No problem, Mav. Not in my home. What is up? And Dr. D, I'm right there with you. Don't try. All right, Joe Morgan. Where was I at? So when it comes to the neighbors, you the way you want to ask them is you can dive into it and be like, hey, do you ever, you can kind of start some small talk like, hey, when storms come through, do you use a generator, or, just, ask them some questions, like to kind of like just spark the interest. And then you start getting into disaster, issues, like with tornadoes and hurricanes and rainstorms and stuff like that. Talk about the weather and bring that involved into it and say, hey, do you have a Jenny? Maybe talk about your generators. Are you into solar? And then slowly, gradual, you can take those steps and like, hey, man, what do you think about this food stuff? And then you can ease into it. I do this a lot at my job, because I usually have prepper stuff going on the big screen. just to kind of get that message out there. Whatever random channel I happen to be put on, usually I'll put an array of channels throughout the screen to give everybody a little support. And people will start asking questions. And it's kind of like I said, my favorite term is to lay the seed, so that once that seed is laid, they start thinking about it. 7-year-old lurking. Let me see here. What did I miss? Big Bear, my did the same with Chinese lids, lost 12 quarts of green beans. Yep. Seems to be something consistent with those lids. So just kind of want to put it out there in the community that there is a big issue with those lids out there. And laying the seed. Yep, that's right, Joe. And I'm always laying the seed. Hold on, Northern Girl Hobbies. Woo, made it. Welcome, Harvey Black. Better late than never, brother. Better late than never. Got it, Mylon already. Let me see. Not in my home. The storm is here. We can never go back. Right on. I hear you. What's up, Liz? How you doing? Always good to see you, Liz. I'm just trying to make sure. Jeep Girl, what is up? I like to make sure I acknowledge everybody coming in the chat. I'm still small enough of a channel to do so. Speaking of this, and we'll get into some stuff because, like I said, this is more of a Q&A. I kind of want to answer some questions from you folks, like how Gary and some of the other folks have been asking questions. Other than topic specific, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Cuomo and his sexual allegations, and this is what we're going to talk about tonight. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We know Cuomo is a piece of crap. What's up, Monique King? Not a problem, Gary Bird. Not a problem. This is what it's about, sharing information and ideas. Where was I going with this? Lost in chat again. Here we go. Look for Amazon Choice for lids. They are affiliated with the company. Roger that. And I depend on you guys. Oh, speaking of, okay, so that's where I was at. I was talking about the small channel. So every once in a while I get some intriguing comments on the channel. And I don't mind negative comments. You're always bound to get them. Funny enough, on the nutrient survival video, I was waiting for the comment that, "Hey, Gray, do you know your video is crooked?" But I did not get that comment. I was so frustrated with it because my that back part of my area, I was trying to stay out of the sun, and the table was flat, but my fence, the way it goes up on the hill, it was a crazy situation. But anyways, no one really harassed me about that, so that was cool. But someone had on the video that I did a review on the Jumbo Versapack by what's it called, Gray? What is the name that I did at Jumbo? I can't believe I think what the heck I did with that. Maxpedition. There we go. Man, here, just drink some more coffee. Let's get this going. Yeah, right, Joe. I do got some trolls out there. There's always a few, right? Yeah, that's how I figured I'm starting to make it big, right? I'm getting these kind of comments. And the person wrote, "Your audio is garbage. Why even upload this?" And something to that extent. So I was very polite. And I said, well, 2,000 plus views and 250 likes, and you chose to harp on the audio. But what I was doing in this video is explaining and showing some product. Basically, I am new to the YouTube verse. And I don't have the money to go drop on a $500-600 microphone. I'm happy with the $60 one that I have right now. And eventually I'll get there. So if the audio bothered you that bad, then, my apologies, but thank you for watching and enjoy the content. A little condescending and sarcastic, but that's how I roll. Alan says, Gray, do you know of a good hand crank grain mill and meat grinder that is reasonably priced? Alan, I can't answer that one. Honestly, brother, I'm pretty sure someone in chat probably could. Because I've looked into those. We were talking about those several months ago, I think, and someone had mentioned one. But Alan, if you can't find any information through the community, you're more than welcome to email me and I'll do some research for you. I'm willing to do that lead work and do some research and get those answers to you. Let me see here. Best troll ever was what? Hold on. I missed that. What is Joe talking about on natives that Mr. Indian found? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Not my home. Is your coffee chock full of nuts? It's funny that not my home. I've tried that coffee. Wasn't a fan. I'm a Café Bustelo kind of guy, Cuban coffee. The audio sounds great on. Yeah, and most people, that's what most people say is the audio is not that bad. There's going to be some hiccups. It's YouTube. There's always going to be some hiccups with audio and video and, leveling. It's more complicated than people think just producing content on YouTube. You know what I mean? Outside of just using a phone. But, it didn't bother me too much. It doesn't nothing really, I have pretty thick skin. So it didn't bother me too much. Should have told them all of the things they chose to be. Why did they chose to be? Right on, Prepper Book Club. That's great. Let me see here what Romans say. Man, I got the delay on and everything. Prepping for decades just developed gout. My wheat and high protein is of no use. Folks think this is happening. Man, that's tough, Romans. What's up, Pantry Mama? Squeezy B, what is up? Let me see here. I thought I read something here. I just want to make sure I don't miss any of your guys' questions while we're doing this. Wonder Mill. Coley Rich Prickett says the Wonder Mill. If you guys want to look into that in regards to that. And then Romans 12:18 said Lehman's Diamond D525 grinder. So there you go. This is what's great about the community. When you guys are in here, you guys are exchanging information just as much as I'm talking about stuff as well. There is a grain or a meat grinder. You might have a fire up there, Dina. I haven't looked at the fire map in a while with all that stuff like that. It's not the critic that counts. Roger that. $30. Okay, that's not bad. $30 is not bad at all for something like that. Something that come in handy. Because you figure, some people will have, electric grinders and stuff like that. But, if there's no power and you're in a certain situation, there won't be the, it's better to have hand crank stuff like that. Things that you can do manually. So one thing, I had a lot of questions in regards to the nutrient survival stuff. I did forget something in that video, and that was to show you the labels on the back of the can. So I want to take a second while we're here live and show you just a couple things and what I meant by the nutrient, because people say, man, it's a little expensive. Yes, it is. It's a little bit more expensive than some of your other stuff like that, but a lot of prices have gone up. They're working on that as well. They're working on trying to reduce price. Their company is only a year old, but to me, I feel they're doing great things. Coming from Canada. Thanks, Deanna. I know they got some fires out there going on. So let me show you something real quick in regards to the nutrient survival label on the back, okay, and give you an idea. I'm going to show you a Mountain House label. I'm going to show you an Augustin Farm label, and then I'm going to show you the nutrient survival label and show you just the key difference. We're not going to dive into it. I'm not going to pitch you, go and buy nutrient survival. That's up to you guys. I'm just sharing you my experience in doing the review on the products on that video. Let me move this mic a little bit here. So this is Augustin's Farm right here, vegetable stew. And if you look at the label, I want you to just pay attention to a couple of things real quick. See where it says vitamins? It says vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Okay, so that's Augustin's Farm. This is going to be Mountain House. Now, what I'm talking about, I know they're not the same foods, but I'm just going to, it's more about the nutrients that you can get in each serving. Now, if you look at the protein there, the vitamin D, calcium, iron, and so on and so forth as well. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the nutrient survival. And I picked one of my favorites, which is the Southwestern Medley. So let's take a quick look at that label real fast. See where it says the vitamins? See this long, where is it at? Where's my finger at? Right here. See this long list of vitamins. This is what makes nutrient survival different than your other long-term storage foods. And for you diabetics out there, I understand where you're coming from. A lot of people ask about diabetic options. There's some things that they're working on. There's working on some also. There's a lot of things I can't say because it hasn't been made to mainstream media. And when they allow me to say certain things, I will follow up on that. But that's the main difference is you're getting a lot of nutrients and vitamins in each of one of those products. So if you eat let's say a bowl of Mountain House or a bowl of Augustin's Farms, and I love Augustin's Farms. I love Mountain House. Some of you folks may not like them either. But what I noticed with nutrient survival is that they have a lot of vitamins packed into that meal. So let's say you substituted some nutrient survival meals once a day along with your other preps. Let's say you got some canned meats. Let's say you're pulling things out of your garden. Let's say you have some canned goods. Whatever the case may be, you're still getting a nice, huge portion of a bunch of nutrients in that emergency food. And also that, because someone said, well, why don't you just take supplements? So I thought to myself, well, I could, supplements don't last as long, even if you vacuum seal and do some other things with you. I'm sorry I'm missing chat while I'm talking about this, but are you going to feed your children supplements? Hey, dinner, here's a dinner, and you're going to hand a plate with a little pill on it and say, eat this supplement? That's the way I looked at it. If that makes any sense to you folks out there. Anyways, enough of that. I just wanted to clarify a few things that I missed on there. So just kind of wanted to, I guess better clarify some of the things on that video. Sheila, I understand. And some folks are not able to afford certain things like that. My job here on the channel is if something's brought to my attention that I find that can be beneficial to some of you folks, I'm going to review it and give you my honest opinion about it. You're going to see reviews that are not going to go so well coming up here soon because some of the things that I've been given to review are not making the cut pretty much, but I'm still going to review them because this company sent me this product. But hopefully they'll understand that I'm just giving an honest review of it. Kit Carlson, thank you so much for this super sticker, brother. Appreciate that, brother. Did Lynn and Wayne come in? It's Homestead Austin here. Let me back up this chat. I can't see you. I must have missed you, but if you're here, Homestead Austin, good to see you. So not my home. From what I've understand and what I've read, as with any freeze-dried foods, most of them are at the 25-year shelf life. The other ones themselves, there'd be a few out there that probably had maybe like a 10 to 15, you know what I mean, depending on the product that's inside. But the ones I currently have all say 25 years. They even have the date on them. I think that one I think expires in the year 2046. That being said, I will be a really old man when that expires. All right. So I see you guys are talking about stuff. I'll bring some of that stuff up. You guys want to talk about what's going on in the, what's up, Julie? And, but anyways, real quick, let me wrap up the nutrient survival thing. So outside of just eating emergency freeze-dried food and getting food fatigue, like I said, I'm going to be incorporating stuff out of my garden. Okay. Cause put your mindset here. You're in survival mode. Milo and Ready, love doing negative reviews like breaking knives. Some products just suck. Agreed, Milo and Ready, and thank you so much for the super chat. You're in a survival situation, right? You only have your whatever you've canned, whatever you've prepared, whatever you got stocked. You have your garden, whatever that you have. You have your, let's say, your rabbits, your chickens, whatever that you have to survive on, you and your family. This is something else just to wrap into that fold. I can, if you want me to, I wish I could pan my camera over here to a wall of Augustin's farms. I have tons of the stuff, but these are the things that I've been collecting over years and years and years, as a prepper, you know what I mean? That's not showing that, my canned goods, my canned meats, and all the other stuff that goes along with prepping. Oil lamps, candle wax, jars, grinders, fun. Right on, Tara. I love talking about, yes, Pantry Mama, you're correct. The cookies are less. So anything that has any type of moisture, let's say oils in them, they're always going to decrease the shelf life. Things with moisture, oils, and stuff like that. There's some exceptions to that rule, of course, but most of the stuff like that, I'm trying to think. That's why when people talk about medications, you got your gel caps, and then you have like the hard, compact, pressed medications, and the ones that are like that have a longer shelf life than the oil-based or anything that has, some sort of moisture-based capsule when it comes to stuff. There's a rule of thumb when it comes to all that stuff. Hey, Joe, by the way, Alaskan Prepper has made numerous meals with the stuff on many of his videos. Yeah, Julie, I was thinking about doing that too because people ask. So when I do the 14-day follow-up on it, I will also do that and show some of the meals that I've created. With that, I even had someone say, hey, by the way, that doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff in that can. And in the video, I said, I've been eating this for 7 days. That's why the cans are looking a little less than you would normally get them when you buy them. But you can't make everybody happy. I don't want to sound like some sort of salesman. I don't want to turn my channel into a sales channel. You know what I mean? Like, hey, buy the Big Daddy mug from GreyMan, buy, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just doing a review, giving you an offer to save some money. And you as a consumer have the choice to say, yeah, I'm going to check it out, or nah, not my thing. You know what I mean? Let me see. There is a company out there that makes long lasting pet food now. That's awesome, Milo. I have a review that I'm going to come up, and I really think this is going to be pretty cool with something I'm working with this company for you folks out there that have the, I I showed it to Mark today, kind of, gave him a little sneak peek. But it has to do with nicotine, and I'm thoroughly impressed, but we'll get into that when I do the review. Let me see here. Oh, so you guys, I see you guys want to, what's up, Redneck Prepper? Thank you, Tara Smiles. Yeah, that's who I am. I try to be as me as much as possible on this channel. Sometimes it works for me, and other times I guess some people just don't like me. But it is what it is. Dr. D, good content reviews. It helps people understand products better. Exactly, Dr. D. That's what I try to do. When I review a product or a product gets sent to me, even if I'm an affiliate with that thing, whether this company is trying to help the channel grow and offer consumers another option, it's good to review products. You know what I mean? Because I have stuff everywhere. Everywhere I look, I have prepping stuff around me in this office because I'm always grabbing stuff to show you folks. Be it a knife, be it a a multi-tool, be it food, be it even a candle or matches or glow sticks or headlamps, whatever the case may be. It's just an option, something to show folks. Anyways, enough of the all sales pitch and all that fun stuff like that. It takes too much energy to be otherwise. Right on. So you guys, someone brought up, what was it? Yeah. Okay. Lori, let's dive into it, Lori. Let's dive into it. First, I'll go over here to the thing. I'll go with this and we can get this stuff out the way. Let me share my screen for you folks. Some of you folks asked about this situation here. Over there at the Pentagon, what happened today, breaking news. An officer got shot, which my heart goes out to his family. They were really tight-lipped about it. While I was watching the news article, some folks were saying false flag and stuff like that. Who knows? Who really knows? It could have been, we're not going to really ever possibly know until down the road, whatever they want to release. This is big government. You guys know how that works. Even though in the news briefing, the reporters were saying, well, we know someone died and so on and so forth. And they still said, well, we're not going to talk about that right now. And that's just the way they work. Now you guys also have been talking about this. New York City mandating, the Pokemon for restaurants, gyms, and performances. Good old de Blasio and so on and so forth. I don't even want to talk about Cuomo. It's just the way that's been going on for a while. He's, like I said, to me personally, he's trash. That's just my personal view of the man. You know what I mean? But yes, I think it's horrible. I think it's absolutely horrible that they're not only mandating their employees, they're not only mandating that people that come into their places of business, if you want to go out there to eat, if you want to go to a gym, if you want to go to like a baseball game, a movie theater, or a play or whatever, that you got to show this kind of like passport thing or whatever the case. You guys have heard of the Excelsior Pass and so on. The scariest thing about this, to be honest with you, is you see a big blue city like this does something like this. And of course, this is going to spread like wildfire across the nation and some of these other blue major cities. And it's just not cool. I feel that people should have the choice to do whatever the heck they want. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying, within the confines of law. So, making a choice when it comes to your body and stuff like that, I think you have personal choice. For far as I know, we still live in America, and this is a free country. And I can't see chat while I'm doing this. I had this up. Oh, I did want to bring up this right here. If this passes, and I think it's not, I think it hasn't gone through yet. It's this Senate infrastructure bill. Basically, they're going to be taxing every mile that you drive. And I was looking into this, and I want to actually find the bill, but it's buried. Of course, these bills are like this thick. They have this infrastructure bill called Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Anything coming out of Washington right now is probably bad. No matter where it's coming from, it's probably bad. But let me see, where did I see it at? It basically, they're going to, right here, it says, to provide recommendation relating to adaptation and implementation of national motor vehicle per mile user fee. Isn't that ridiculous? Isn't that ridiculous, folks? I saw that and was just like, yeah, what's next? What's next? What is next? What's up, Farmer Son Prepping? How you doing? Let me see here. Yeah, please smash that thumbs up. Show your support. I appreciate it. Extremists, and I know it, absolutely overreach and stomping on medical freedoms. Agreed. I agree. Oh boy. Let me see here. Given all the pre-made cans you have, do you think now looking at it, you would been better off buying freeze dryer and doing your own? Zane, you are absolutely right. So if you guys watched Rudy over the Alaska Prepper, he ordered himself one of those really nice freeze dryers. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. Matter of fact, Bear Independent, if you watch Bear Independent, his wife has one as well. I've seen it on her channel. Yes, it would save you tons of money freeze drying food yourself. So I agree, Zah, it would. But when you first get into prepping, I'm assuming some folks may not have the thousands of dollars to initially drop on something like that. So buying, let's say some of the freeze dried options, with these companies out there, at least it gives you a more sense of safety, at least to have it right now. And then when you have the funds, let's say someone, was to get their income tax check and they wanted to invest it wisely and get it like a freeze dry or something like that, then I think, yeah, that would be a great investment. How do they figure out how far we drive unless we have to go somewhere and have our cars checked? Milo, good question. A lot of cars these days have microchips. And some people say, well, no, I don't have a new car. I used to have an old Lincoln back in the 90s, and that had a chip in it as well with an OnStar thing and that. So that was the 90s. We're here in 2021. So there's a lot, the majority of vehicles out there, unless you have something in like in the 60s or maybe even the early 70s, that may not have a chip in it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying that might be a possibility. I don't know how they're going to do it, to be honest with you. Maybe at the end of the year, you go to your tax office to pay, to register your car on your birthday, and they look at your mileage. Maybe they'll write down your mileage and be like, oh, you drove $20,000 or 20,000 miles this year. Oh, it's 10 cents a mile. So now you owe us this on top of that. These are just some of the things that are generating in my head as we're talking about this subject. So I'm not 100% sure how it's going to play out, if it's going to be left to the states or how the federal government's going to implement something like that. I'm pretty sure they will figure it out. I spent thousands on prepping now, won't have anywhere to put it. No work, no job, no home. Roger that, Paula. Let me see. Not in my home. There is a lot of time left. Things are happening. There's not a lot of time left. Things are happening. My Toyota has that unhooked and no miles. And yes, that's awesome, Alan. 1974 4x4 Chevy. Awesome. Squeezy B, are you sure? Because he called me on the phone and he said, hey, buddy, guess what I ordered? And he told me that he ordered that day, he ordered the freeze dryer. I can't think of the name. It's the one that Canadian Prepper sells as well on his channel, or doesn't sell, but has access to his channel or somewhere in his channel. And Rudy on the phone specifically told me that he ordered it, unless he canceled it, because he was going to order it through the company, but the shipping was like, I don't know, $900 or something. I don't. It was ridiculous. It was a huge amount of shipping, and then he found that he can go buy it. I think at some sports academy or some sports place, and get no shipping and just pick it up there or something to that extent. Don't quote me exactly how it was, but from my understanding, he get it, and you'll probably see it on his channel soon enough. What's up, Stay Survived? Heartland Survival, what is up? As you stack the essentials, do you know bullets, beans, and band-aids, various other gadgets? Do you know you are learning a trade based on a set of skills that would be valuable? Hold on. As you stack essentials, do you know? Heartland, is that a question or is that just a statement? Let me see here. That's nice. That's pretty cool, Joni. Yeah, I just drive to and from work as well. Car inspections, that could be it too. Exactly, Stuart. I feel they're pushing people to act out, but that's what they want. It's part of the narrative. Part of the narrative. They want you to act out so they know who to deal with. Let me go back and see if I missed anything because I was just rambling on as usual. You get a sticker with your mileage that you will have paid for in advance here in New Zealand. Peter Rouse, thanks for that information. Truly appreciate that. G2, you got a jerky fund going on? Let me see here. Wonderful Junior Deluxe Grinder works. Rudy said he wasn't going to buy silver for a few months so he can purchase it. Yeah, right on, G2. I wanted to back up a little bit. Heartland says, question, do you know a trade-based set of skills that can be valuable? Heartland Survival, it's funny you say that. I did a whole video on that, Heartland. I did a whole video several months back. 10 best skills that you could have in a shift event that you can use for trade. We talked about stuff like candle making and soap making. We talked about, construction, electricians and plumbers, all kinds of different trades, gardeners, welders. We talked a lot of different trades that would be an asset to folks. And if you're asking me specifically, me being a medic in the military, having that medical background, it's something that can become useful in a shift scenario. There's a lot of other things. I also have a degree in criminal justice. So I know a bit about law. I don't know how well that would work in a shift scenario, but I have some intelligence to me. Uh, Gardening that I'm learning now. So all the techniques that I've applied myself in learning, and being in the military, there's a lot of skill sets being in the military that you learn. How to defend yourself and how to properly use a firearm in the right aspect, other than just going out to a store and buying one and putting it in a glove compartment and forgetting about it and not knowing how to use it. So hopefully that kind of give you some of the ideas. But I did do an entire video on that. G2, you remember that video? Thanks so much for watching, brother. You keep us in mind. There are people not afraid to do foul things and need it. That's what concerns me, Monty. And this is surprising that I have not seen this yet, because usually when America is in a situation the way it is in right now, usually something really bad happens, and usually it's something. Everything always happens when the Dems are running this stuff like that in power per se. I'm trying to watch what I say, so it maybe sound a little confusing, but bad things happen and pushes their agenda forward a little bit more. Uh, that's awesome, Mav. 68 whiskey, brother. Love the bit. Love the vibe of the chat. Lots of talent here. Agreed, Dr. D. There's always great folks in here. Celador, thank you. Truly appreciate that. Kincaid Outdoors. Good to see you, Colin. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I love seeing. There you go. Suburban Hillbilly, childcare, sewing, canning, elder care, all that stuff. Suburban. And matter of fact, we did bring up sewing and some other stuff like that because that comes into handy. There's so many skill sets that will become that you'll be able to trade as a person. If you don't, let's say you weren't prepared as others are, but you have some of these skills that are necessary to reboot society or to support your MAG, your mutual assistant group, or wherever your homestead, those things are going to be extremely important. I don't know how many of you guys know who Angry American is. He's an author of the book. Sometimes he goes A. American, but it's the Angry American. He's an author. I'm reading one of his books now. I'm on book 7, I think it is. Started with the first book, was called Get Home. And I've learned from that book because the things that they've had to do since the EMP, and the way the government is running things. And there's, like I said, there's some eerie similarities to things in some of these books that you read. They're like, man, that sounds like they're talking about right now, because they dealt with a lot. So basically in the book, I'll kind of give you a brief quickie, is the army and the citizens are together trying to get to save the country, and the Washington and DHS are the enemy of the state per se. But it's a great book series. United States Air Force, awesome. Mav, one of my best friends. Matter of fact, he's in Georgia. He might be coming back to my area. We've been talking. He might be moving back to this area, but he was a pararescue, and he was a medic in that pararescue unit that he was in the Air Force. So they call them PJs, which you're probably familiar with. Yes, Peter Rouse. And see, that's what I'm saying. There's some of these books that are written by people who are prepared, who write books that are, or preppers or in the preparedness community, and they write these books. And even though they're an author, they have some great concepts and great ideas on stuff. And then I look at their failures and where things get happens, where you can shore up security issues and some of the issues that they run into with food, and like how it started off with their neighborhood. The neighborhood was locked down. They built this barricade around their neighborhood, and then inside the neighborhood is when civil unrest started inside their little small neighborhood, and things got wild and bad things happen. Kincaid Outdoors, that's awesome, brother. Thank you for your service as well, brother. NC Prepper says, I would think just about anybody that can cook or bake from scratch would be great to add to your MAG group. There are very few people that can actually do it these days. I agree, NC. To take something, I like that sign. There's a sign. I think you could buy a sign. I think it says like from farm to table or something like that. To take something from nothing, from a seed, grow it, and do all that stuff like that. And then also the hunting aspect. But anyways, from the farm to the table, to take all that and make a meal out of it is awesome. What's up, Flyer in 1986? Good evening. Let me see here. Vulgar display of gunpowder equipping modern patriots is amazing book of series. Interesting. I'll have to look that one up. I found Angry American. I think, who was it? Jam at the Nut House turned me on to that author because I was reading. I'm deep into the zombie books. What is it? What is his name? Mark Tufo, the Zombie Fallout series. I was really deep into that, and that series is ending this year. I'm a zombie fanatic, and maybe some preppers are, but me, I like zombie books and zombie movies. I've just been that way since I was a kid. I agree, Liz. There's definitely a lot of talented people in this chat. Bam, I'm an ass. Right on, Tara. Right on. Extremist. I know my husband, military cook, gunner, combat medic. Awesome. Putting my resume out there, cooking, baking, sewing, fishing, gardening, advanced medical, and now midwife at raising kittens. Right on, Za. Right on, Za. Peter Rouse. Some of the books I do read, they do have some they do have a lot of religious aspects up to it. Depending if you're religious or not, you know what I mean? Some people are more than others. But I read a lot of different things. Yeah, you're right on, Harvey Black. That's I have his books as well, Harvey, Dr. Bradley's, and that'll be my next books that I'll be diving into. Let me see. Stay survives says several years of security, a few more as a correction officer, not the necessary, but some skills learned there will be helpful. You know what's funny? You say that. Stay survived. There is a character named Dalton in the Angry American books who was a correction officer, and he does come in very handy in that book. Cellar Door, you're absolutely right. And I can read your comment here. Your average person underestimates the amount of work it takes to make that a salad from seed. And that's growing the garden that I'm growing. Every time I get something from seed and grow this monster plant, like I'm looking at these tomato plants and they're huge. And the peppers are blooming. I got green peppers and all these different things. What else? I got the blackberry. There's a lot of plants I got going on. The sweet potatoes and carrots, and to see all this come together, and to have access to it from fresh vegetables from my own garden, where I don't have to worry about someone might have poisoned it with some sort of chemicals or pesticides and stuff like that, is truly a great feeling. And some people say, well, why don't you just go and grab it from the farmer's market? But sometimes, like we always say, it might not be there down the road. And also the nutrition, I've noticed the nutrition in certain vegetables and stuff like that you might find elsewhere in mainstream, big box stores. Some of the nutrition has been stripped away from that stuff. My chat is going way slow tonight. Can't hit enter. Right on, Kincaid. Let me see here. Let me see. I hope you the new home is treating you well. 6-shooter homestead and prepping. What is up? I'm planning to grow about 5 acres of corn next year. That's awesome, 6-shooter. I wish I had enough property to do that myself, which I'm working on. I have something in the works. It may fall through for all I know, but we're working on it. We're doing everything we can to get out of the situation. But what we're doing in the house that we're in right now, we're going to be utilizing every aspect of space in that backyard that we can to grow food. We're even going to be taking a pallet and nailing it to the fence, and we're going to drop a row of onions and a row of garlic on a vertical kind of growing face. We saw someone who's a big garden YouTube channel talk about stuff like this. So we're going to start using vertical aspects of growing food, the grow bags. Now we're tilling up land because certain things I found can grow in my soil down here in zone 9 and the sandy kind of soil that we have here in Florida. So I'm kind of looking at all different aspects to grow as much food as I can. And yes, we're probably going to go ahead and take a hit. And it's not a hit, but I found out we can have chickens here where I'm at. So I might try to get about 3 to 4 hens and get a little hen house going. And when I do, I'll show you guys that as it transpires. But I want them more for eggs because I'm an egg fanatic. I love eggs. Because if you look at a single egg, eggs themselves have the most packed nutrients in it for its size. And I just love the way the eggs taste. I'm just an egg person. And they're low carbs for you guys out there that are diabetics. Eggs are low carbs. Makes great breakfast. I even eat eggs for dinner sometimes, to be honest with you. Yeah, Mav, I'll tell you that, man. I've ran into some issues with insects. I've ran into issues with some rodents. And I'm learning the best way around that, certain deterrents and things like that in the most natural, humane possible way that I can, unless it gets out of hand. And then I move forward with the not so humane. Tara, right on. I'll trade some eggs for a beanie. That's great. Let me see here. Blue Coat Gorilla. I'm not throwing this. I can see as far. We all know that dental hygiene is going to be critical during the shift. Do you have any ideas, suggestions on tooth extraction? I hate to have to take a tooth out with an ice skate. I agree with you, Heartland. That's a tough question. Um, if you, what I would say, because I've looked at how to extract a tooth. And then I've looked at medicinal plants that I can use to numb it, stuff like clove oil and stuff like that. So if I would say, if you don't have, let's say, a dentist or a dental hygienist or someone that has that trade in your mag, start learning now. You know what I mean? I don't say practice on yourself, but you can buy practice. Just like you can buy practice skin to practice suturing, you can buy practice stuff to learn how to pull teeth and stuff like that as well. But regardless, it's probably going to be the worst case scenario. When I had a toothache a few months back, I used some garlic and stuck the garlic, minced them. It's like a poultice. I put some garlic here and it made the pain go away. But tooth pain sucks, and having to pull that tooth can be excruciating. Excruciating, sorry. Yeah, and lots of alcohol. There you go, Milo. You'll probably bleed a lot more with that alcohol, but it is what it is, right? And I think, did I say what's up, Blue Coat? I hope I did. Hope I didn't miss you, brother. Get as much dental care as you can now, right? That's a good idea, Stay Survive, to be honest with you. But thanks, Heartland. I try to answer any questions you guys have for me at the best of my ability. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like I said, it's not going to be easy, but there's ways. You know what I mean? And having the tools to do so. People asked me when I was showing my medical kit a while back, they said, why do you have surgical kits? And I said, well, I can perform small things like, let's say I had to do a cyst or dig out a bullet, but I can't perform open heart surgery. I cannot do that. But if I had the tools and I run into a surgeon, then he has the tools to perform something like that, then maybe something like that may work. Not saying it will or not, but I'm just saying having these extra tools and having maybe say a dental kit with you, and you run into a dentist or someone who knows what they're doing, that might be an option as well, just having it on hand. Like I said, just because you may not know how to use it or you may have just a general understanding of it, someone else may have that skill set or a more advanced skill set than you yourself. Yeah, Farmer Son, you can do that too. I watched a video on that. Funny enough, you said that, Farmer. Pliers and whiskey, right, Lori? That's great. Let me see here. The slime between the cattle leaves a topical numbing agent used instead of Novocaine during World War II. That's interesting, Karen. I never knew that. Cattails, huh? I'm going to have to do some research on that. Anything like that, I'm always intrigued by it. Let me see. Blue Coat Gorilla says, Thomas Renz, an attorney from Ohio doing lawsuits for medical working with doctors, said this cold flu season might be really bad for those with the sheep's milk. Roger that. I've been telling that to everybody. Some people have laid out dates. I'm not going to lay out a date as things get worse. I think the fall is going to be it's going to be a crap show, if you get what I'm saying. Here in Florida, people have been saying, look at Governor DeSantis, his numbers are skyrocketing. His numbers are this. It's just fear porn. Like he said, the media is just trying to make DeSantis look bad because they fear DeSantis. And just like last year in the summer, we got a little spike and then it went away and then all hell broke loose outside of, all the colder states. Things went really insane. And unfortunately, you're probably going to see that again. At least that's what they're going to portray. Milo on the ready coming in with the super chat. In the movies The Stand, I remember Gary Sinise trying to perform an appendectomy reading from a book. It's funny. A lot of those movies, a lot of those survival movies, they have a book. That's why I say having books in hand, medical books, gardening books, construction books, repair books, all types of books. Build a library, have books that you can reference to, because if the internet's not there, then what you're going to do. If you don't have access to certain information, it's better to have the books on hand. I tell everybody a prepper library is something great to have. And I shared proof in the pudding last time that I went to Goodwill and I found a couple great books that I showed on one of the Thursday streams. And funny enough, Lady Gray is reading one of those books right now. She's reading on the herb book that I found. She's really enjoying that. Kincaid Outdoors slow mode. So I set up slow mode so it slows down the chat. so that I can read it. So I have a 15-second delay when people can type something in. We got like 95 people in here. Some of the other larger content creators who have thousands of people in their chat will do like a 30 or 60-second delay, but I figure I'm still small enough that a 15-second delay is going to be not too bad. Contagion was an interesting movie as well. Books, books, books. Exactly, Tara. See one, do one, teach one. Right on, Dr. D. S. Moore, I never knew that. I never tried to ask for pure lidocaine. So you don't need a prescription for that, S. Moore? Leave it to Prepper 101 coming in with the oh man, Prepper 101, you're hilarious, brother. Gotta love it. I work with our doctors doing was probably not going to be much demand for that skill after shift. Right on, Mav. Right. Not my home. No, I probably don't need those type of pictures. What I do need from you guys is postcards. The more postcards, the merrier. I haven't checked the P.O Box. I'll be checking the P.O Box tomorrow. Any postcards or anything that I received in the P.O Box, I will be showing that on Thursday night stream. So hopefully I'll have a few postcards in there. Hopefully, I've been begging you guys. That's the one thing I do beg you guys more than for anything is sending me postcards because I want to make a whole collection of postcards from all the subscribers on the channel. Thanks, Harvey Black. Right on the money, Harvey. Right on the money. Came out with it. And right there, you can see Harvey Black has my P.O. Box there for you guys to check out. And James the Southern Prepper, you're exactly right. Buy all the med books you can, all the natural meds, remedy books. You know, a lot of primitive skill books as well. There's a lot of great books on that. I'm not going to go and reach for that. I have a couple books. No, hold on. Do I have his book here? Hold on. Let me move this knife out the way. I don't know if you guys, I've showed this book before, but this is Joshua Enyart. You guys might know him as the Gray Bearded Green Beret. This is his new book here. It's a bushcraft book. He works with David Canterbury. They work in the Pathfinder School. A lot of great information in here. Just solid individual, very well trained. And the book is something that I'm enjoying right now. I'm on, where am I at? Where's my little note thing? I think I'm on chapter 2 of that book. I'll go get a postcard from Bass Pro and send it. Hey, Dr. D, any postcards better than no postcard, brother? Let me see here. I know how to make medicine from nature. Kincaid Outdoors. That's a good trait to have. We've discussed a lot of different things that you can do with a lot of medicinal plants out there. It's super intriguing to know how to use plants, medicinal or edible. Milo already get them before your air. You might want to. Yeah, Milo already. Good clarification on that. You do like most of my books are have to do with the state of Florida or the southeast region of the United States, because those are the material that I want to read. Those are the things that I want to learn, especially when it comes to the plants, medicinal and edible. Jeff Sams, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Truly appreciate that. Peter Rouse, the audiobook is good to go with. Peter Rouse, I love audiobooks. I'm a sucker for it because I fall asleep to an audiobook every night. Freezing medication. Gotcha, S. Moore. Doesn't Oragel contain lidocaine? Excuse me. Possibly. I don't even really paid attention to it. It might have benzocaine in it, which is probably another iteration of lidocaine. Benzocaine, or it's a whatever term that is. Anything with the word cane in it is going to have some sort of numbing aspect to it. Let me see here. Zane says, I wish I could send how to make med from plant book to everyone who sits on the CD. Yeah, right on, Za. Right on, Za. And I'm pretty sure you guys saw that the CDC, the CDC is trying to extend the whole moratorium, but they don't have the ability to do so unless number 46 wants to push that, but the Supreme Court already shot that down. Right on, Blue Vandal. Let me see here. Yeah, Peter Rouse. Yeah, I don't even know if you can say that on YouTube without getting smacked, but you can. You can. That'd be awesome, Liz. That'd be awesome. In your travels, that'd be great. Yeah, Milo says, can the CDC actually read? That is pretty funny. Wow, we've already been on here 55 minutes, folks. Almost an hour in. For all the times you say intriguing. I would probably be passed out drunk behind the counter. I would probably be sitting here slumped over, and you guys would be trying to wake me up. I'm a light drinker. Every once in a while, I don't mind having a little, a little Jack and Coke, or maybe a little whiskey or something like that. I don't know, but not much of a drinker. I know it sounds crazy, and I think the reason behind that is, I had in my childhood, I had an alcoholic in the family, and I saw what he did to his family, and then his death from it. So kind of early on, kind of scared me away from consuming alcohol on a regular basis. Even though I know, like I say, a glass of red wine or something like that helps you on your heart and stuff like that. But I figured I can run into. I'll just drink grapes. Very similar, right? I know that alcohol thins your blood, but I'm just saying. FDA now attempting to ban more nutritional supplements. Go figure. Anything that they don't find or make enough money off of, they're going to try to ban. I agree, Cannonball Sam. Spell check. Jack and Cook, running good Jack. Roger that. Hey, speaking of skills to having a shift event, having someone who knows how to run a still pretty good might come in handy as well. It may take me some time, but I'm going to pick you a postcard from Kentucky. Hey, Jeff, if it takes a year, I'll be happy. As long as it comes in, man, I'm truly appreciative. Gary Bird, Za is right. I can't, you can email me and I can give you some links, but we can't really talk about it on YouTube. YouTube hates when you mention that word or have any discussion about it. But there's some research done, and we can talk via email, and I can tell you all about what Zal's talking about. It does work from a medical standpoint. You can look at a medical book, and it's the same exact thing that if you were to be prescribed to you or taken that way. But remember, everything has a shelf life as well. Just do your research before you ever consume anything. And make sure you're not allergic to it, or other people aren't allergic to it as well. Some people in chat are probably like, what are you guys talking about? You'd have to go up to what Zal was talking about and Gary. Have a building and still in my prepper library. That's awesome. Whoops. Let me see here. There's a way to make your own fuel also. Blue Coat Gorilla. Yeah, there's some interesting ways. That's what I like about diesel engines. But I'm not an expert on it, so I don't really want to talk too much about it. But I've watched some people also wood gasifiers. I've looked into that as well for alternative fuels. Extremist, there you go. Not sure why he did that, but I'm holding the line. I do that too, Mav. Whenever I get certain medications that the doctors just want to feed down to you, and I'm like, well, I don't need this really, but I'll save it for a worst case scenario. Right on, bug dude. Yeah, Za, agreed. If you guys jump on the Discord link, we can talk a little bit more freely in there. I think Northern Girl dropped the Discord link. Also, the Discord link is down below in the description. It'll say Discord, where it says GreyMan connect with GreyMan on different social media platforms. I do need to update that because I'm now on Getter, Gettr. I'm on that platform as well. We have gotten some folks over on Getter and onto the YouTube. I've seen some names that I met over on Getter, so that's kind of cool. You have a lot of freedom of speech over there, specifically if you're more of a conservative type. S more, that sucks. I wonder. I shouldn't. We really can't talk about S more in here, but I wonder if there's a way to circumvent that and maybe send you a nice postcard or something, if you get what I'm saying. Thank you, Harvey Black, for posting that. Truly appreciate that, brother. So we're coming up on an hour, folks. I said I know you guys are probably basically Discord still wild. Yeah, right, Joe. I've heard people getting their Discords. Marfugel had a nice, huge Discord, and I think it got taken down last time I heard. Let me see here. Yeah, I put back old inhalers and helped my son last week. Seemed to have it first. That's good to have, extremist. A lot of things like that, EpiPens and inhalers and stuff like that. Things that you may not even think that you may need. Respiratory steroids. There's all kinds of stuff out there. Terra Smiles, Fugel fam. Yeah, I watch Marf. I'm really curious to see this documentary that he's doing. Bug dude, I'm on Telegram, but right now I'm working on the Well, Za is working, and Mark and a few other folks are helping me work on the Discord. And then we'll mess around with Telegram down the road. There's just so many platforms to try to reach out to, and I only have so much time in a day to get stuff done. Okay, so Blue Coat Gorilla says Marv had his Discord taken down for too many military in it. It was what he was told. Roger that. But I mean, they can tell you whatever they want, technically, right? Cellar door, yeah. I don't know if someone was asking that question, but yeah, you can use borax laundry detergent for flea and tick control. Oh, speaking of which, I almost forgot to talk about this. I got what, 88 people in here? Well, we lost a few folks. We were around 90, 95. Next Tuesday, I'm going to put a post up Monday. So Monday, I'm going to put a post up on the community tab for members and members only to remind you next Tuesday, we'll start doing the members only live, probably around noontime on Tuesday mornings. I don't know if there'll be a half hour, hour long. You guys requested to kind of have that little thing for you guys, you members. So for you members out there, we're going to start doing a members only live on Tuesdays before I do the live in the evening for everybody. So for all you members, if you guys are paying attention out there, we'll be doing probably Tuesday mornings around, it's not morning, it's noontime. It gives me enough time to do the garden stuff, come in, chit chat with you folks for a little bit, and we can get a little bit more in depth on certain things in the members only, you know what I mean? So truly appreciate all you members. I think we have about 44, 45 members out there. So I'll put a post up on Monday to remind all the members, and then we'll follow up with that on that live stream on Tuesday. I want to start doing that every Tuesday for you members. And we're going to do some behind the scenes stuff. I'm going to take you on a trip of my little office here and do some more fun stuff like that. So we're going to have fun with it. You know what I mean? I'm going to start building on that whole membership thing because I think I owe you guys. And also, I'm probably going to be doing another member giveaway here soon. The last one I gave away was the Becker BK2, which was a phenomenal knife, phenomenal bushcraft knife, at least from my perspective. In the fall, I'm going to do a lot more knife reviews. I want to do some stuff out there with some of these knives that I got and show you folks some more stuff. Hold on. We got some new members popping in here. What do we got here? Maverick Prepper. Thanks so much for joining the Grey family. 6-shooter homestead and prepping. Thank you so much for joining the Grey family as well. Truly appreciate that, guys. Truly appreciate it, man. What's up, Texas T? How you doing? And thanks so much for the super chat. I'm doing all right, brother. I'm running out of stuff to really talk about. It's been about an hour in, but super appreciate the super sticker or super chat. In Texas, I don't know if you know, every month, anybody who super chats throughout the month, at the end of the month, that following week, that following Thursday, that follows that, like this Thursday, we always do a giveaway for the folks. And why did my camera blank out? That was weird. My camera just blanked out for a second. I have no idea what that was about. Maybe it's telling me to get off the screen. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Anyways, you guys have any last questions before we wrap this up, folks? And then, like I said, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be doing a video then. And then Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be going live. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Cherokee. My camera might have had a bad connection or something like that. Who knows? It may happen again for all I know. It's live. Crazy things happen on live streams. What's up, Hoot? But I think that's about it, folks. D14 always coming in with the super sticker at the end of the live stream. Truly appreciate that, brother. D14, I'm wondering if you're going to win this time. You and Milo, and you guys are up there on these super stickers and super chats. Yeah, check it out, Gary. I guess there's a lot of people that share news articles and media that we can't share here on the tube. We can share on a Discord and give you guys links to stuff and talk a little bit more about some controversial issues there. Milo, that's a complicated one, brother, because without the cell phone, without having social media and Discord, some people will say ham radio, some people will say, there's other forms. Some people will say, what is it called? The carrier pigeons. Smoke signals and all that kinds of stuff like that. That's a question that I'll have to do some more research on because people have talked about that in the past and it's not easy. It's not an easy, real quick answer, but we'll get into it, brother. Yeah, that might be an option, a satellite phone, but then if we get hit by a coronal mass ejection and it wipes out all the satellites and destroys the satellites, then the sat phones might not be an option for a while because I've looked at sat phones. They run about 12 to 1500 bucks in the service. You can buy prepaid cards for them and use it when you need it. They expire every couple of years, or no, once you insert the SIM, they'll expire. But I have looked into that aspect as well. And yeah, let me switch over here real quick. Let me shut this banner off since we're coming towards the end here. But first of all, let me say thank you all. Truly, thank you all for being here tonight with me, chit-chatting it up, exchanging ideas. It's really fun, and I really love, interacting with you folks on the channel, on these live streams, even if we're not really 100% topic specific, if we're just kind of shooting ideas back and forth. I truly appreciate you guys sharing your knowledge and information with the other folks in the chat. Thank you all for being here. I want to say thank you to everybody who did super chat and super sticker. Thank you to all the members and new members tonight. Like I said, stay tuned, members. You guys have some stuff coming up. And also the moderators. Moderators, without you, truly appreciate for everything that you do and keeping the chat clean, dropping the links, and helping me out as well. Other than that, folks, I want to say I wish and bid you all farewell. Have a great night. I'll see you guys on a rebound. This is GreyMan. I'm out, and God bless.